All right, I feel like we should just hop right into the free-for-all, which, guys, we have... Yeah. The free-for-all. I just felt like that sound was appropriate for something called the free-for-all. I don't know why. That might change. It's Unhinged. I don't know why I'm surprised that something doesn't fucking make sense on this podcast. But we are hopping right in with some stories that are going on in the world, maybe not in the world, maybe in a state. I don't know. It's just fucking headlines, guys. I'm trying to be informed. First up, a supermarket chain says Polish workers found cocaine in banana boxes. And this one is from Yahoo. That's also the sound they made when opening up the banana boxes. Yahoo! Supermarket chain Carrefour SA said it had been... no. I really thought today's episode was going to be like at least a C- for reading. Supermarket chain Carrefour SA said it had notified local police after employees at one of its Warsaw stores had found suspicious parcels in a delivery of bananas, which police later confirmed to be cocaine. Warsaw police said the packages contained over 160 milligrams, 352.7 pounds of cocaine, worth 30 million zlotys. What the fuck is a zloty? ZLOTYS? Oh, this is in Poland. That makes so much more sense. It's $8.14 million. They're like, oh my God, our cocaine is here. And then they realize that they opened it on like the security camera and they're like, fuck, I guess we have to pretend to report it. Ugh, we found whatever this is. I don't know, please. I see you, supermarket chain. And I like where your head's at. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like I could use a nice bump to shut it down. China's WeChat bans nose-picking, spanking in bid to clean up live streams. Ones I would not survive in China, just based off of the last sentence I said before reading this. Chinese social media platform WeChat published a list of activities and violations it is banning in a bid to clean up its live streaming service, including indecent, nose-picking, and spanking games. I, for one, would like to know what these spanking games are. I want to play WeChat. Oh my God, are you kidding? I would do anything for physical, like, touch at this point. China closely regulates its internet and has been increasingly clamping down on content that is politically or socially sensitive. So what can people talk about on WeChat? Besides nose-picking and spanking, other vulgar activities that are banned include putting underwear over one's head, weird flex, and focusing the camera lens on sensitive parts of the body such as the chest or buttocks. Okay, it's come to my attention. I have no idea what's going on WeChat. Isn't that the thing your like friends go abroad and you're like, oh, I have to download WeChat again?
Yeah.
You can live stream on this?
You could do a lot with it. You could also do like payment.
Oh my God. I would say I'd get on WeChat, but that would last as long as my first stint on TikTok. Which wasn't long at all. Deliberately showing tattoos using bed sheets and quilts as props, and women broadcasting while wearing only underwear or a bikini or being wrapped in a bath towel were also listed as violations. Wow. Okay. So not only is this just insane, but it's also just sexist. Got it. Other offenses include discussing politically sensitive topics, promoting gambling activities, and broadcasting from venues unsuitable for minors such as bars, nightclubs. Well, then why don't you not have fucking minors on WeChat then? That just seems like the no-brainer here. You can't stream from nightclubs or foot massage parlors. Thank you so much, Reuters, for that clarification. Next up, Florida man refuses to sell family house now swallowed by a massive development. Ooh, CBS News, that sounded a little kinky. A small single-family house stands in the middle of a huge construction project in Coral Gables, Florida. The 600 million commercial development is the largest. Oh my God. I'll get like $100 and I'll be like, oh my God, am I Bill Gates? $600 million commercial. Oh my God. The homeowner, however, says his home carries priceless sentimental value and he won't sell it no matter the noise, rubble, or price. Wow. I would not say that to a construction site. I think they will. They'll say, bet, bitch. Speaking of price, the owner, Orlando Capote, that sounds like a Florida man name. Oh, I guess mostly because his first name is literally Orlando. He's been offered a lot many times. The house is my soul. So what good is it to sell your soul for all the money in the world? I am shook. A Florida man is like making sense. Although the guy who did like the robbery spree, that somehow made sense to me. His home is in the middle of a construction zone and is now engulfed by the most mega commercial development in Coral Gables history. This house is like a hard drive. As I look around and live in it and move through it, I relive a lot of memories. I would... Oh my God. He's refused more than 60 offers to sell to developers, real estate agents, or flippers who made offers up to $900,000 for the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,300 square feet. Like, listen, bitch. Take the $900K. Recreate the house. Honestly, I'm sure at that point you could pay to get it lifted out and like carried down the highway like one of those fucking annoying trucks that that's something I don't understand how that happens. The fuck? Buildings come down in earthquakes, but meanwhile, buildings are also cruising down the 405. Oh, that doesn't make sense at all. Next up from the New York Times, we don't need another Michelangelo. In Italy, its robots is turned to sculpt. Wow, New York Times, we could have picked a much more fluid headline. For centuries, the massive marble quarries above the Tuscan town of Carrara have yielded the raw material for the polished masterpieces of Italian sculptors like Michelangelo, Canova, Bernini, and most recently, ABB2. Is that I'll keep reading. Carving with pinpoint precision and at least some of the artistic flair of its more celebrated and human predecessor. Oh, it's the robot. ABB2, a 13-foot zinc alloy robotic arm, extended its spinning wrist and diamond-coated finger toward a gleaming piece of white marble. That was almost fan fiction. Like, ooh, that was like sensual. We don't need another Michelangelo, says Michelle Basalidela. Butchered her name, but we're just going to act like it's normal. 38, a technician who calls himself... Mikel. Well, it's Michelle now, bitch. Who calls himself the robot's brain. We already had one. Okay. If Michelangelo saw the robots, he would... I thought I'd care about this, but, like... I don't. Like, I'd rather robots spend their time, like, carving shit than, like, going to war with us. I don't know. That sounds... I'm fine with another Michelangelo. I don't really even know that much about the first one. Next up from NPR, mental health response teams yield better outcomes than police in New York City, data shows. Yeah, I think also Common Sense probably showed that one if you've been alive for the last year and a half. A New York City pilot program that dispatches mental health specialists and paramedics instead of police for certain nonviolent emergency calls has resulted in more people accepting assistance and fewer people sent to the hospital. Once again, no duh. It's one of a number of programs underway around the country trying to address police violence and systemic racism following George Floyd's murder by providing alternatives to sending law enforcement. It's almost, remember, everyone's like, how would that even work if we defunded the police? Just like this. Oh, it's incredible what happens when you just try. Fact, : mental health related calls accounted for 22% of cases in which on-duty police used lethal force and killed someone, according to data from 2009 to 2012 from 17 states where data was available. Yeah, so once again, defund the police. Next up, Biden extends Americans with Disabilities Act protections to COVID long haulers. New York Times says President Joe Biden on Monday marked the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act by announcing guidance that extends its protections to people with long COVID, quote unquote. Long COVID? Yeah, how long? No, that's probably, yeah, not the time. Read, like, actually the room. With the signing of the proclamation Monday, COVID-19 long haulers whose lingering symptoms rise to the level of a disability will have civil rights protections under the ADA. I just want to say that, listen, I don't agree with many or some of the things Joe Biden is doing. But, like, wow, someone who's, like, at least trying to show that they give a fuck about people. And also who believe in this fucking virus. Wild. Many Americans who seemingly recover from the virus still face lingering challenges like breathing problems, brain fog, chronic pain, and fatigue. Biden said these conditions can sometimes rise to the level of a disability. I think this is cool. I think it's smart. And this is, this is what I wanted to say. It is so nice that things are getting updated because of what's going on. Like, there's so many archaic like the Second Amendment. I can't get into that today. I mean, I'm honestly doing a pretty good job reading. I'm in semi-decent spirits. We're not going to go down that road, but finally, oh, God. Facebook creates exec team to work on Mark Zuckerberg's vision for a digital universe. I think we need to stop giving Mark Zuckerberg any say. I'm just going to go off and say that one right off the start. Facebook will create a product team to work on the metaverse, a concept that involves creating digital worlds that multiple people can inhabit at the same time. Chris, keep your opinions to yourself. Today, Portal and Oculus can teleport you into a room with another person, regardless of physical distance, or to new virtual worlds and experiences. But to achieve our full vision of the metaverse, we also need to build the connective tissue between these spaces so you can remove the limitations of physics and move between them with the same ease. I don't even understand what they're saying, let alone how you would even build this. Technologists consider a metaverse a virtual world where a large number of people can gather to play, work, and socialize. Mark Zuckerberg said the company's own metaverse would work on virtual reality headsets as well as mobile devices and game consoles. Like, I think it's cool that we're developing new technology and we're really doing whatever a fucking metaverse is. This world's bad enough. I don't think we need like a fake one now. Or a faker one. Am I the only one scared by this? No. Everyone's like, shut up, Chris. Once again, we want to go home. That's okay. That's the end of the free-for-all. I know it was a free-for-all, but that felt like it cost me money.